Welcome to another review by Pishog on this beautiful sunny day here in Ireland. Okay, today I'm doing a review on the Lila series. I've read these books a while ago. I wrote the review ages ago. Now I'm doing the actual video review. So the Lila series is by Sarah Alderson, and the first book is called Hunting Lila and the second book is called Losing Lila, and there isn't any more books. And also there's a little prequel from a different character's point of view called Chasing Suki, I think. Suki. That's just a really short thing, and that's out as well. So I think this series is fun, enjoyable, and it's just like a thrilling read with good emotional stuff in there too. It's a YA. I did prefer the first book just because I loved the simplicity and the newness to it, and the second book felt a lot more YA, a little bit fake, and things just kind of thrown in for the sake of it. The second book was still good, but I prefer the first book. I love getting to know characters, and especially the history between characters. And there's three main characters in this book. So we've the main character, Lila. She's a teenage girl, and she is, at the beginning, she's living in England. And then at the very beginning we find out she's like telekinetic, she can move things with her mind. She kind of freaks out a little bit. Goes to visit her brother in America, and Jack and her brother's best friend, Alex, who she has grown up with and has fallen in love with. So she's in love with her brother's best friend. So we have that kind of drama relationship between the three of them, and I really loved it. And then when she goes to visit her brother in America, he's in some kind of military secret operation thing, and she kind of finds out more as the book goes on, and they get in a bit of trouble, and her telekinetic powers kind of come into it a little bit as well. So I really enjoyed that first book. I thought there was a lot of drama as well, and I liked Lila when she used her powers. Like, she needed to use them more before she turned into kind of like those passive damsel-like protagonists, kind of a little bit whiny. She was a little bit like that in the second book, I felt. I liked it more towards the end, where she kind of used her powers more and was a bit more kind of active. So it's not a very unique story, but I really like what the author did with it. She did a good job, and I liked the story, and I really loved the characters. So overall, I thought it was a really, really nice YA. As I said, the second book isn't as good. It just didn't feel very authentic. But there's a good bit of action in the second book as well, and we get kind of a nice resolution at the very end, which is good. So yeah, I'd recommend this series to people who like YA and want something a bit different. It's not totally supernatural. The only kind of supernatural element to it is, Lila and her powers. There's no like vampires and werewolves and all that. So check it out and let me know what you think. Okay, spoiler review. So if you haven't read these books, I suggest you switch off now so you won't be spoiled. Okay, I do admit I loved the drama of the first book in that Lila turned out to be one of the people that Alex and Jack were hunting down. That was kind of dramatic. And Alex and Lila in the first book I felt were really cute, but they had to be careful that they didn't go too lovey-dovey romantic. And I do admit there was a little bit of that in the first book, or the second book, like cheesy kind of YA with the dramatic breakup in the middle. It didn't really make sense. But they were nice as well at the same time. In the second book, I loved the big rescue at the end. It was great, exciting. But I think the side trip to Mexico just felt unnecessary, and I just wanted them to get back to the main plot of the story. Like, why was that Mexico thing thrown in there? And how juvenile the way they take down Sterling Enterprises is just by like, oh, we'll hide some money and drugs in the bad guy's house and hopefully he'll get caught. Like, that's not a very sophisticated plan, is it? Also, with the big rescue, there wasn't much of a reaction to Lila getting shot. She was healed, and that was it. Kind of glossed over. I'm not sure what to think about Jack getting a power. One way it was kind of cool, in another way I felt like, no, just a little bit too much. Usually, from my experience with people with powers, it's either healing themselves, super healing, or they can heal others. He had both, which is, unusual. Was I the only one who kind of wanted Demos, whatever you pronounce his name, to be Lila's father as well. I don't know, I kind of wanted that. And you kind of guessed that he was Jack's after a while. And it's so weird that after all that hunting down Lila's mum, the big backstory with her murder, her big rescue, and we don't even get a bloody scene of the mum in the book. I felt that was quite strange. I felt like we were missing something. Like, is there going to be like a little kind of mini sequel with the mum? I don't know. It just felt really strange. But Alex and Jack were great characters, and as I said, Lila, like, she could get a little bit whiny, but when she was using her powers and kind of being a bit more mature, I really liked her. Also, I could tell this author was English. I didn't find out until the very end, you know, where I find out a little about the author, because she said mum, M-U-M, and I was like, that's strange. Usually Americans say mom, you know, M-O-M. So that was my little clue in, but yeah, I thought, you know, it's nice enough YA. Obviously, it wasn't perfect, but, you know, it was good enough. And I don't know what you thought about it if you read it. And thank you very much for watching my review today, and happy reading.